Clinical placements provide valuable opportunities for students to develop the skills they need to become confident and competent healthcare professionals. This pilot supports 3 key priorities. The first, enabling the shift of care from hospital to community settings, recognising digital technology as a vital part of the solution, and lastly, increasing placement capacity in primary care in an ethical, safe and supportive way. Using RealWear headsets, multiple students can observe live consultations remotely, which reduces the pressure on supervisors and overcomes traditional estate limitations. After each consultation, students take part in discussion and reflection with their educator and peers to reinforce their learning. This approach enables educators to support more students simultaneously, promotes collaborative learning and provides valuable exposure to primary care and the diverse career opportunities it offers. By diversifying placement opportunities and embracing digital technology, we can expand capacity and better prepare students for the demands of modern healthcare. This work aligns with the West Yorkshire ICB placement strategy, supporting increased placement opportunities in primary care and strengthening the future workforce.
We decided to use a RealWear technology for this placement because it provided a very unique point of view perspective for the learners to observe a consultation in real-time natural environment. To be able to remove any extra people from the consultation room as well, I think that allows the patients to be put at ease, and therefore the consultation is very natural. And the perspective it provides, again, being able to observe the point of view that the clinician has in regards to the eye contact that is made, it's quite unique. And I think having spoken to the students in regards to what their learning outcomes were, to be able to in real time create problem lists, clinical decision making was quite a good learning outcome.
Prior to the placement, I didn't have much expectations. I didn't know what to expect, how it was going to get conducted. It has made me a lot more interested as to see what the future holds, see how meaningful it can be to students' placement, students' learning. I am more interested in kind of placements as such. As a future physician associate as well, I can appreciate a lot of the consultations will be carried out online or via video, and even like getting access to patients that are not easily accessible. I do see this bringing value to student life and student learning. My favourite part of the placement was actually seeing Dr. Akhtar in his element, seeing how he would carry out the consultation. I took away a lot from the learning from there, seeing him in his natural element and then how I can actually embody that as a future physician associate as well. Sometimes I think when you're in the room with the patient as well, the patient's a bit on edge, seeing a clinician and then a student as well. So seeing this happen whilst me being in a separate room, I think it was just the whole natural element of it that I quite enjoyed.
So at the University of Bradford, we've been really keen to diversify the placement opportunities for a lot of our healthcare learners. And I think this placement has really exemplified that. And using the RealWear technology, it's allowed for a lot of placement hours, a lot of students to be able to experience primary care in a really unique but meaningful and impactful way.
Would I recommend this to other students? Definitely yes. I think it is a great opportunity to see technology in action. I think, as mentioned before, with everything going forward being a lot more technological, I think it's a great experience for students to see how they will be embodying this as future clinicians. Having said that, it does not take away from the traditional element of things as well. I think as students, you need to be comfortable doing the traditional consultations, be comfortable with like traditional presentations, and then build your confidence. Only then can you appreciate the technology side of things as well. So yeah, definitely recommend it.
Hi Haz, thank you for joining us today for the consultation. Before I start, just to let you know, my trainees next door are watching this consultation, if that's okay with you.
No problem at all.
Fantastic, thank you. So tell me a bit about how can I help today.
Just been struggling a little bit.
Patients can often be quite surprised seeing the headset being worn. Once the consultation starts, I think people just focus on their healthcare needs and I'm able to focus on the patient. The patients we select in the morning get a telephone call from either myself or Dr. Zeb, and we go through the fact that we're going to be using RealWear technology to try and support some training for our students. And often the patients we speak to, they're more than happy to sort of engage with this. We do reassure them there's no recording happening, and they're happy to proceed. We have leaflets available and information when they sign in. They're given some information about the technology and what the consultation will entail. But but in reality when they come in, there's really very little discussion about the headset. They just focus on their health needs and want to get on with the discussion and the consultation. Where the RealWear really comes into its own is when we're actually examining the patient. So I can get up and walk to the couch and be inspecting the abdomen, and the trainees next door are getting the actual point of view in terms of exactly what I'm seeing. Similarly, if there's a particular rash, a skin lesion, moles, where they're able to see exactly what I'm seeing, and I think that's the real benefit of RealWear. But what's really encouraged us and ensured that we want to continue doing this is the positive feedback from the students. What they enjoy is actually they're getting a point of view in terms of the consultation, and they've got the peer support. So they've got 7 or 8 trainees together, and they're able to discuss about the history and the questions I'm asking about my examination, and actually discuss about potentially things that I'm doing well, and also on occasions things that I may have missed. When they sat in, we can only have 1 or 2 trainees sitting in, and they're not able to really have that discussion or interaction while the consultation goes on, because they're remaining quiet while the consultation is happening. Here there's ongoing learning throughout the consultation. What we'd like to do is we'd like to try and utilize this in several other opportunities, in particular using our paramedics and our home visiting service, and only a pair of trainees at a time can go with the home visiting team. But if the home visiting team are using RealWear, they can have trainees sat at the surgery being able to observe these consultations, which often they don't have the opportunity to, within community settings, and actually utilizing it with health checks such as baby checks, etc. Really try and support things where the access has been limited so far. So we're hoping RealWear will really open up the opportunities for observation within the community. District nurses often struggle with being able to have students with them, but if they've got the RealWear tech, really very little impact in terms of their day-to-day work. They're able to just pop it on, go into the consultation, and trainees are able to learn real invaluable insights from their consultations. We'd really welcome partners to join us on and come on board to try and support training, in particular in primary care, where we often struggle with placements.